Imagine standing up from your favorite chair just like you've done 1,000 times before. But this time, your knee sends a sharp, unexpected signal, a twinge, a stiffness, a silent warning. It's subtle at first. Then before you know it, every step starts to feel heavier, slower, less free. This isn't just discomfort. It's your body's way of whispering that something inside needs attention. And here's the truth most people never hear. The answer isn't hiding in another pain pill or in weeks of rest. In fact, too much stillness can quietly make things worse. Your body was built to heal through movement. The right kind of movement. Movements that don't just reduce swelling, but reawaken your body's natural flow, its built-in drainage system, its rhythm, its balance. So in this video, I'm not just showing you 5 knee exercises. I'm handing you 5 tools. Tools to restore your mobility, your stability, and your confidence to move freely again. Each one is simple, science-backed, and surprisingly gentle. And by the time we reach the final one, you'll discover a rarely taught technique, something I've only ever shared in one-on-one sessions until now. Before we begin, tell me in the comments, where are you watching from? Let's see how far this healing journey reaches today. We often think of recovery as stillness, lying down, waiting for the swelling to fade. But healing doesn't happen in stillness. It happens in motion. Small, gentle, deliberate motion. When fluid builds up around your knee, it's not just trapped water. It's a sign that your body's drainage system, the lymphatic and venous pumps, have gone quiet. And those pumps? They live in your legs, your calves, ankles, and feet. Every time you flex, lift, or step, those muscles push fluid back toward the heart. Stop moving, and the system slows to a crawl. That's where this first exercise, supported leg elevation, comes in. It's not flashy, but it's powerful. It uses gravity and micro-movement to reactivate circulation, helping your knee drain excess fluid, reduce pressure, and feel lighter again. This is often the very first step I teach anyone recovering from injury or swelling. Because it is not about force. It is about reawakening the flow that is already built into your body. Lie on your back. A bed, couch, or yoga mat works fine. Place your legs up on a chair or a stack of pillows so your feet rest slightly higher than your hips. Relax. Now, slowly point your toes away from you and then pull them gently back toward your body. That's it. Simple flex and release. Do this for about 20-30 repetitions per leg, breathing naturally. You'll feel a soft squeeze in your calves that asks your internal pump turning on again. If your legs start to feel warm or tingly, that's a good sign. Circulation is waking up. Try this once or twice a day, especially in the evening after sitting for long hours. It's one of those quiet, almost invisible movements that starts the real healing deep inside. If you've ever stood up and felt like your knee just wouldn't bend, that sense of tightness, like something inside is glued shut, you're not imagining it. When fluid gathers inside the joint capsule, it behaves like glue. It binds tissues, reduces glide, and turns easy motion into resistance. But here's the twist. This stiffness doesn't come from weakness. It comes from inactivity. Your knee is designed to glide, every step, every bend, every lift. But when movement stops, the muscles, tendons, and ligaments lose their rhythm. They lose their hydration, their smoothness, their natural flow. That's when stiffness sets in. The good news? You can unstick it, not by forcing it, but by reawakening it with gravity and gentle extension. That's what this second exercise, the elevated knee extension, is all about. It works like a soft reset for your joint. By lifting your leg and slowly straightening your knee, you're triggering what's known as mechanical lymphatic flow, a suction-like effect created when tissues lengthen. It's the body's own way of draining congestion and restoring rhythm. Lie on your back, just as you did for the first exercise. Bend one knee, placing your foot flat on the ground. Now lift the other leg straight into the air. You can use a yoga strap, towel, or your hands to support your thigh. Once you're comfortable, slowly extend the knee, reaching your heel toward the ceiling. Hold for a few seconds, then relax. Flex your foot toward your face as you stretch. You'll feel the back of your leg gently engage. Repeat this for 10-15 reps on each side, holding each stretch for 3 to 5 seconds while breathing deeply. Don't chase pain. Chase presence. Each repetition is a reminder to your body that movement is possible again. And when that happens, healing accelerates. Pro tip: keep your abdominal muscles lightly engaged. This helps stabilize your core and prevent strain on your lower back. Practice this daily to retrain flexibility, drain fluid, and reclaim that natural glide in your knees. You are not just stretching a muscle, you are teaching your body how to move freely again. Behind every strong, stable knee is a guardian, a muscle that quietly absorbs shock, protects your joint, and pumps fluid out of the tissues. That guardian is your quadriceps, the large muscle on the front of your thigh. But with age, inflammation, or long periods of rest, that guardian can fall asleep. And when it does, the knee begins to feel unstable, heavy, and weak. Swelling lingers. Balance falters. Even standing up can feel harder than it should. That's where the isometric quadriceps contraction comes in. It's one of the simplest movements you can do, and one of the most powerful. You're not bending, lifting, or putting pressure on your knee. You're just asking your quadriceps to wake up, to remember its role as the stabilizer, the fluid mover, the protector. When this muscle activates, it gently compresses the joint space, helping venous and lymphatic return. In other words, it helps your body pump out swelling naturally. It's quiet work, but don't mistake quiet for weak. Sit or lie down with one leg extended in front of you. Place a rolled towel or small pillow under your knee for support. Now press your knee down into the towel, not with force, but with steady, mindful pressure. You'll feel your thigh muscle tighten and lift slightly. Hold for 5 seconds. Then, slowly release. Repeat this for 10 reps and do 3 sets per leg. Inhale as you prepare, exhale during the contraction. If you don't feel much at first, that's okay. It might take a few repetitions for the muscle to reconnect, to remember how to fire. Over time, you can add a little resistance, maybe a small rice bag or ankle weight on your thigh. Each hold is a reminder to your body. We're stable, we're strong, we're healing. It's not about motion you can see. It's about the invisible strength you're rebuilding inside. If the first 3 movements were about waking your knee up, this one is about reclaiming your power. The straight leg raise isn't just an exercise. It's a declaration. It says, I'm ready to move forward again. This motion doesn't overload the knee. It strengthens everything that supports it, the quadriceps, the hips, and even your core. Think of your leg as a chain. If one link weakens, the whole system loses balance. But when the chain is strong, the hip, thigh, and knee working together, movement becomes smooth again. When you lift your straight leg against gravity, you activate a deep web of muscles that stabilize your entire lower body. You're retraining your nervous system to move with precision, restoring the connection between your brain and your movement. And here's the beauty of it. You don't need fancy equipment or a gym or even a lot of time. Just intention. Lie on your back with both legs extended. Bend one knee and plant that foot flat on the floor. This helps protect your spine. Now, with the other leg straight, tighten your thigh muscle. Slowly raise that leg until it's level with the bent knee. Hold for 3 to 5 seconds, then lower it down, slowly, with control. Your back should stay flat, your core lightly engaged, and your breathing steady. Do 3 sets of 10 to 12 repetitions per leg. If it starts to feel easy, add a little weight, a small ankle strap, a water bottle, or a light resistance band. This simple lift builds confidence. It's the point where many people realize, my leg can still support me. And that realization, that spark of trust in your own body, is worth more than any medicine. Most people never think to touch their knees, at least not with the intention to heal. We ice, we rest, we stretch, but we rarely connect with the joint itself. That's a missed opportunity, because beneath that stiffness and swelling is often a kneecap that's lost its freedom to glide. Your patella, or kneecap, sits within a web of fascia, tendons, and fluid channels. When those tissues get congested or tight, they restrict blood flow and lock movement. The front of the knee becomes a traffic jam of tension, but your hands, your own touch, can help unlock it. Through gentle massage and small mobilizations, you can encourage fluid to drain, release micro-adhesions, and teach your knee to move freely again. It's not about deep pressure. It's about awareness, reminding your body that healing can come from within. Sit comfortably on a firm surface with your legs straight and relaxed. Place your thumbs just below your kneecap, with your fingers gently resting along the sides. Start with soft, circular motions. Move the skin and tissue together, not just the surface. Feel the warmth build as blood begins to flow. Next, glide your fingers upward from the top of your shin toward your thigh, guiding fluid up toward the lymph nodes. You're not forcing anything, just encouraging the flow. After a minute or two, gently nudge your kneecap, up, down, and side to side, with tiny, easy movements. You should feel light resistance, not pain. Think of it as freeing space, not pushing limits. Finish with soothing, circular strokes around the whole knee using a little oil or lotion. Arnica, coconut, or aloe all work beautifully. This is your time, a ritual of self-care. Do it after your exercises or before bed. It's a moment to reconnect, to say, I'm helping myself heal. If you've made it this far, pause for a moment. That alone means something powerful. You didn't stop at the first sign of pain. You didn't give up when movement felt hard. You chose to learn, to try, to heal. That choice, repeated every day, is how transformation begins. Remember, progress doesn't come from perfection. It comes from patience. You don't need to move fast or push harder. You just need to keep showing up. At 50, 60, 70, even 80 years old, your body still listens, still adapts, still responds to care. You are not too old, and your knees are not beyond repair. Pain is not punishment. It's information. It's your body saying, I need your attention. And today, you've given it exactly that. Each of these 5 exercises is more than a physical movement. They're invitations to rebuild trust, to restore rhythm, to rediscover what strength feels like from the inside out. Will the journey be easy? No, but every small step forward is a victory. And one day, maybe soon, you'll notice that the stairs don't feel so steep, that your morning stiffness fades faster, that you can stand taller, walk longer, and breathe easier. When that day comes, remember this moment, because it started here, with intention, patience, and a belief that healing is still possible. If this message resonated with you, share your story in the comments. Your progress could inspire someone who's just starting their journey, someone who needs hope today. You deserve to move freely. You deserve to feel strong. And you're not walking this path alone. Together, one mindful step at a time, we rise, we heal, and we move forward.